What's poppin', Attack Squad? It's your boy SatAttack, man. Y'all see the title? We back with apparently 50 Cent's son is a bomb. If you know me, I fuck with 50 Cent heavy, bro. Especially his shows, bro. Hey, I'm watching all his power shows, bro. Power, all the spin-offs, bro. Currently watching Raising Kanan. Hey, actually getting spicy, but if y'all enjoyed that, subscribe. That road 2 can help out one stupid one dumb. Let's get straight into it, man. I always knew him and his son didn't get along because all the interviews and shit that he's done and shit. But like, I want to see why you're bummed now.
50 Cent was one of, if not my favorite rapper. Everything about him, from the actual music to the persona and even the story behind his name, all drove me to his music. He was this Iron Man type of figure that had been shot 9 times and lived to rap the tale, calling out literally everyone and anyone on his way to prominence with his very unique marketing skills.
The good shot changed me a lot. I don't care about shit no more. Well, you can say I'm worse, cause I really don't give a fuck. Now it's more like I know that I'm not in control of everything. You know, if you believe in God, you believe God got a plan for you.
It was almost like a hood fairy tale. And back then, rappers were like these bigger-than-life characters, so it was really a perfect storm for success. Kids today will never understand how big of an artist 50, or really any of these other guys, were back in the early 2000s. Any rapper now pales in comparison to the superstardom they had at their peak. And even though other rappers like Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Eminem have stayed relevant longer when it comes to their current music, 50 was still arguably the most popular at his peak.
The only comfort zone I have is that where I come from and people's judgment on me is already that I'm a bad guy.
Why did you call it the massacre? I think it's aggressive enough. I think that it's going to be hard for my fellow artists to survive. Well, you predicting that once this album drops, you're going to knock all your competitors off the charts, out of the game.
They'll see more damage than I've ever seen before.
But once he had enough of being 50, he really wanted to focus on being Curtis Jackson, the businessman. And for the last decade and a half, that's been his main focus. The once rapper built himself into an award-winning producer with his show Power, a 2-time best-selling author with his books The 50th Law and Hustle Harder, which is basically his personal story. I've read both of these books and I find them extremely inspiring. Curtis Jackson is also in a fluke.
I don't know when the last time I read a book. I ain't even on cap with y'all, but I'm gonna have to, bro. I need to start reading, bro. I need to start reading. I don't
investor
read at all.
in many companies, while also remaining a savage online.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket ice.
So you would think that he would live in this dream world after accomplishing all of his dreams. But the thing about sitting at the top is that it can become a very lonely experience. This man is clearly a cutthroat, no bullshit businessman who seems to do anything to get what he wants.
And so after a couple of months of following you around, I decided that the secret to your success, your power center of gravity, is your fearlessness. So in any kind of situation where you're interacting with people, you're the one that has less fear than they do. And that gives you like a constant strategic advantage.
But what happens when it's your own flesh and blood you have to cut off? What happens when you have an ungrateful son who never felt like you were there for him, whether that be physically, mentally, or financially? Well, in that case, you would have 50 Cent's son, Marquise Jackson.
If I'm a $1 million nigga, yeah, my son gonna be $1 million nigga. I'm a $1 billion nigga. My son gonna be $1 billion nigga. Because that's my dude.
And people.
Bro, this is what. So he want to be a millionaire. What 50? 50 a billion or millionaire? Probably a millionaire. So my boy want to get. You don't even like him. Like I don't even know. I don't know the backstory. So are they cool? Are they really?
These two have had a turbulent relationship for quite some time, as Marquise is not shy to the media when it comes to taking
the baby though.
At his father, and 50 isn't exactly shy to respond. Basically, to sum it up, this man has daddy issues, and at the age of 25, it seems like it's just getting worse as he tries to navigate the world without the help of his
people only know him because he's 50 something, bro. Like, chill out, relax.
He recently went on this interview and said some of the most privileged shit I've ever heard.
So listen to what I'm saying to you. $6,700 a month, right? $600-700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it. So I said, so
okay, cool. $600 a month, right?
$6,700 a month, right?
81K is not a substantial lot of money.
This man was really out here crying about only personally receiving 60.
Bro, why don't you get your lazy ass and get the other rest, bro? 81K just handed to you is fucking nuts. Bro, oh my god, 81K a year just handed to you is nuts, bro. Go earn some, go do something. You 50 son, right? Go do something, bro. You got advantage over everybody, bro. Everyone's gonna know, hey, you 50 son, hey, I'll give you this chance. Bro, come on, bro. You getting $6,700 just handed to you, bro. Come on, bro. You ain't earned that shit. You just lucky you came out 50 nuts, bro. Like, you ain't earned that shit.
A lot of money.
This man was really out here crying about only personally receiving $6,900 a month for himself and himself only. And this was apparently only half of the child support that 50 was paying him and his mother. These people were out here collecting over $160,000 a year, more than most people in this country could ever dream of making. And this man is out here acting like he was struggling in the streets, begging to hold a dollar, acting like his dad is Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
You can't just live anywhere.
And if he's contributing $6,700, that means your mom's got the other half. It ain't just for him to just take care of you. She gotta take care of you.
Talk to him. Yeah, the child has to live, bro. Talk to him, bro. Motherfucker just wanted to chill at the crib all day and not do nothing, bro. Like, get your lazy ass up and do something. Earn that shit. Talk to him. My boy speaking.
It ain't just for him to just take care of you. She gotta take care of you. $700. Where's her $6,700 to go with him? Now y'all got $1,200, $1,300. Now $13,000 a month.
I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right? And I had to rebuild my life with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like that ain't a lot of money, but it's a lot of people here watching right now. And girls that's getting $200 a month.
If I told you right now, right? You gotta start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life.
What? What?
Can you do it?
Yes.
With $6,700, I guess. $6,700, I'm good.
That's what I'm
month,
saying.
nigga.
I'm comparing it to yourself. I jumped out of a burning house, brother. I had nothing.
Okay.
And I know that many celebrities and rich elite people probably have insufferable children, but it doesn't have to be like this. In 50 Cent's book I mentioned earlier,
you should not have to pay child support for someone like that, bro. Like, what? Why am I paying child support for that fool, bro? Like, that dude, grown ass man, what?
Goes into detail when it comes to the strain in their relationship and how at its core it has a lot to do with the mother and how she raised their son. 50 claims that she raised Marquise in a way that made him very spoiled and entitled, basically thinking that he deserves everything to come easy to him in life on a silver spoon and that he should not have to work hard for absolutely anything.
Like many kids from his generation, Marquise has always been into sneakers. Because he's my son, he couldn't just rock any old sneakers either. If a new pair of Jordans came out, he had to have them right away. If Marquise asked for a pair of Jordans on Monday, his mother would make sure they were on his feet by Tuesday. It still didn't make him happy. Instead of being excited to rock his new pair of Jordans, all Marquise could think about was all of the retro Jordans he didn't have. When he should have felt gratification, all he really felt was disappointment.
Stupid ass.
I could not relate.
Now tell him how you told
that
my
shit would
son.
be annoying, bro. I'm sorry. I really love your son, but yo, that shit would be annoying as hell. Bro, what?
I could not relate.
Now tell him how you told my son to call me and tell me he need 50 pairs of sneakers for back to school.
I did not say that.
You said he said somebody else got a whole bunch of pairs of sneakers.
He said a boy in his class stood on him and said he has 50 pairs of sneakers. And Marquise said, how the hell does he have 50 pairs of sneakers? And his father's a lawyer, my dad's on the father's list.
Yeah, then why you didn't be a responsible parent and say, look, you don't need 50 pairs of shoes.
20 pairs. That is a responsible he could do 20. That's responsible.
20 pairs of sneakers.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Bro, I barely got 5. And I'm about to, like, I don't even got, bro. I be rocking the same fucking shoes. Bro, oh my god. I'm like, bro, hey, hit that subscribe, bro. I know you still here. Hit that subscribe, bro.
So basically, he has the exact opposite mindset of his father when it comes to work ethic and the appreciation for life.
There have been a lot of disappointing moments in my relationship with Marquise over the past few years. But the lowest was when I saw him post a picture of himself with Kyle McGriff, the son of Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Without rehashing too much bad history, Kenneth McGriff was one of the biggest drug dealers in Queens, and the man the authorities believe was behind the attempt on my life. So by posing with his son, Marquise was basically co-signing an individual who might have tried to have his father killed.
Yo, that is disrespectful, bro. That is just, why am I thinking of Tariq, bro? If you like Power, that's what, yo, what the, like, I fuck with 50, but I haven't really paid, like, got into his whole background. I know you got shot and shit, like, I haven't really paid attention, like, watched all that shit, like, how it happened, who did this and that, but that is tough.
Without rehashing too much bad history, Kenneth McGriff was one of the biggest drug dealers in Queens, and the man the authorities believe was behind the attempt on my life. So by posing with his son, Marquise was basically co-signing an individual who might have tried to have his father killed.
I mean, when your kid is out here posing with the son of the man who tried to end your life, that's how you know he means war. 50 says this is when he truly realized that his son really hates him. Exactly. One of the very few things that has bothered him in his life.
I've tried to put myself in Marquise's shoes. Just as he doesn't know what it's like to grow up under the circumstances I did, I don't know what it was like to grow up as the son of 50 Cent. Certainly on the surface, he had everything he wanted. But there must have been pressures and insecurities from being my son that I can't identify with.
In the very same book, he also details a story where he talks about trying to really make amends and help his son make something of himself when he basically funded the startup cost and inventory for an online sneaker shop. 50's idea was to sell shoes online in a direct-to-consumer fashion. His son would manage the website and get someone else to keep track of the inventory and sales. Keep in mind, this was back in the mid-2010s, right before sneaker resale really boomed into the multi-billion-dollar industry that it is today. You know, this was long before the StockX of the world really got it popping. Also, keep in mind that his son was passionate about sneakers, so it was really a win-win, as he would get to do something that he liked while learning business as well. Well, after months of seemingly not responding to this opportunity, 50's son screwed this all up and instead listened to his mom, using the money to open a boutique in Atlanta. And while this did piss 50 Cent off because he wanted his son to do this on his own, you know, not with the help of his mom, he still supported this vision, which ultimately failed due to his laziness.
Sure, Marquise never following up on the sneakers might seem like a small thing. The type of irresponsibility and lack of initiative teenagers and young adults display all the time. But it was a huge disappointment to me. Forget about being able to afford his personal sneaker collection. That online store could have ended up making us both a killing. We had that conversation years ago. Since then, online sneaker sites have become incredibly lucrative.
Clowning, bro. Clowning. Bro, 50's smart as hell. He went from that business, bro. He's doing shows now that are hitting, bro. He's smart as hell, bro. Hey. Bro, that sounded stupid as hell, bro. I don't give a fuck.
We had that conversation years ago. Since then, online sneaker sites have become incredibly lucrative.
Bad, bro.
GOAT.com is valued at $550 million, while StockX.com has $1 billion valuation.
The whole thing really just goes to
fucking website. Which, bro, 50 Cent gonna be a legit.
Sometimes someone's success is also someone else's downfall.
50, you love your son? I used to.
You
ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back?
Talk to him.
In this experience, you look and you say, I didn't think success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation it is. It's like my grandfather would say, it rattled like a snake. If you slither like a snake, is it a snake or do you need to be bit?
And it really is sad. You know, these two are truly enemies. They have taken shots back and forth at each other.
Don't need them, bro.
The years.
I know it hurts.
I think the son, though, is truly delusional and as entitled as they come. It does just go to show me how important your parents are and the things they allow you to do and get away with throughout your childhood. Yeah. I just think that this guy seriously needs to get hit with a heavy dose of reality. Go make his ass work for $7.25 flipping burgers. And let's hear what he has to say about that $80K a year at 16 years old. I'm talking about that pre-inflation $80K, my people. That's like $120K today. Either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this relationship. As always, also...
Screw the kid, bro. He bro, that shit pissed me off, bro. If I was 50, bro, hey, no license act rap today. But Bro, that is tough, bro. That boy pissing me. Hey, yo, what's my shit? What the fuck? But that's gonna do it for that video. If you enjoyed that, subscribe and that road 2K out, bro. While I'm a blur. But we out.